And news just coming in, Prime Minister Narendra Modi will be invited to Pakistan for the SAARC summit, said Pakistan's Foreign Office spokesperson, Dr. Mohammad Faisal. Remember, the SAARC summit is to be held in Pakistan, but Prime Minister Narendra Modi refused to go to for the SAARC summit after Pakistan's state-sponsored terror targeted the Indian base at Pathankot. Not only India, Afghanistan refused, Bangladesh refused, other countries refused. I quickly want to cut across to India today's Hamza Amir for the latest on the story. So Hamza, India had one condition: stop state support to terror. That condition hasn't been met. Bring us the latest. What did Dr. Faisal say, the Pakistan Foreign Office spokesperson?
Well, Gaurav, Dr. Faisal has said that Pakistan is going to be sending ahead an invite to Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi to attend the SAARC conference this time again, even though at a time when it's very clear, and unless Pakistan does not take action against terror on ground, on Pakistan soil, India cannot take a forward step when it comes to any kind of relations with Pakistan. Pakistan has said that Pakistan is going to go ahead with the invite only to show that Pakistan is the one who's actually, the positive movement, the positive mover in this whole scenario, and India is the one who's not saying yes. So I think that is what Pakistan is trying to do, to get it on record that Pakistan is the one inviting India on dialogue, and India is the one which is not interested in doing so.
Okay. Now, has Dr. Faisal been able to respond to questions about why 10 years after 26/11 Mumbai terror attacks, Pakistan has taken no action against Hafiz Mohammad Saeed, Zakir Rahman Lakwi, Zarar Shah, and several others, including Major Iqbal, named by David Coleman Headley in his testimony to the Federal Bureau of Investigation, and so much evidence that India and the United States have given Pakistan? Okay, I've lost that line to Hamza Amir because these are tough questions that Pakistan is unable to answer. The fact remains, India said no to SAARC summit in Pakistan for one and one reason only: Pakistan's state support to terror and Pakistan inaction against India-centric terror. And I want to quickly bring in Major General Sivach, who joins me on the broadcast. He's a noted defense analyst and a keen Pakistan watcher. General Sivach, India was always open to talks with Pakistan. In fact, Prime Minister Narendra Modi went to Pakistan uninvited, unannounced. On his way back from Afghanistan to India, he landed at Lahore, and then there was a terror attack at an Indian military base at Pathankot. Pakistan hasn't taken any action against the perpetrators, despite ISI being given access to the Pathankot airbase. Does Pakistan have grounds to invite India once again?
Gaurav, no doubt about it. There is just no ground on that. In fact, India has been telling time and again, stop cross-border terrorism in case you want to have a peace talk with us. Talks and terror cannot go hand in hand. So this is what has been told time and again. See what Pakistan is now trying to do. It's playing a very clever game. And game is that it's trying to revive militancy now in Punjab. And that's what is Darbara Sahib and Nanka Sahib, this Gurdwara which are there in Pakistan. He is that pro-Khalistan movement is taking place there. Khalistan pro-activists are, active there. We have already pointed out that this has become a hub center of anti-India, militancy which is being propagated by Pakistan.
Yes.
And Pakistan now trying to play a double game. It is trying to bluff the world now that it is trying to give you a Kartarpur Sahib corridor. But otherwise the agenda of Pakistan is one: to create militancy again in Punjab.
We will cut across. Yes.
For that, he is trying his best.
General, stay with me for a moment. We'll also cut across to India Today's Geeta Mohan, our foreign affairs editor and our correspondents, who are bringing us minute-to-minute updates on this big story. But General, I want to understand from you. Pakistan continues to play its double game. Now, immediately after 26/11, when there was intense global scrutiny on Pakistan, they put Hafiz Saeed under house arrest. They took several other accused into custody. FIA started an investigation. Federal Investigation Agency of Pakistan, they started an investigation. But then 10 years down the line, everyone is out. I mean, they have criminals and terrorists who father children in jail. So should India even be talking to Pakistan about peace at this stage, or the current policy should continue?
See, there is no denying the fact that as far as Pakistan is concerned, Hafiz Saeed is a hero there. Whereas he is the one who was mastermind in Mumbai attack. And Jakur Rahman Rakwi is roaming freely. Both of them are considered as one of those heroes in Pakistan. And the way you were telling they were put behind the bar, it was totally eyewash. It was not, it was on a very different act altogether, which was turned down by the Pakistan court. Okay. We have sent dossier after dossier as evidence of Hafiz Saeed involved in Mumbai attack. But what happened is Pakistan refused to now present that in the courts in Pakistan, and therefore the courts are not able to take any action. This is a double game which is played by Pakistan. It is trying to show to the world that they are serious about basically contesting the terrorism.
General, stay with me for a moment. General, stay with me for a moment. I also want to bring in Rajdeep Sardesai, India Today's consultant editor. He is in Lahore, joins us with the latest. Rajdeep, you're on ground zero. Take it away, Rajdeep. Describe to us what you see around you. Also, Rajdeep, in the light of Pakistan saying they want to invite Prime Minister Narendra Modi for the SARC summit once again.
That's right. That's the big news that's coming in at the moment, that Pakistan has actually now gone even a step forward and trying to use the Kartarpur Sahib corridor as what they are calling a corridor of peace, and then take the next step, which is inviting the Prime Minister to the SARC summit. Remember, the SARC summit couldn't be held in the past because of India's insistence that first Pakistan must act on terror. But it's ironical, all this coming just one day after the 10th anniversary of 26/11, and Pakistan is pushing for a SARC summit sometime in January, February, we're told, and they would like the Indian Prime Minister to be there. So clearly Imran Khan is trying to push the envelope. Remember, he completes 100 days in power tomorrow, and he wants to show that he's actually walking the talk when it comes to India. So very interesting.
Wouldn't walking the talk, Rajdeep, if I may, wouldn't walking the talk actually mean action against India-centric terror? Because Prime Minister Narendra Modi landed in Lahore virtually uninvited, unannounced, and that was a goodwill gesture. He permitted Pakistan's ISI to come to Pathankot Air Base, and yet Pakistan has taken no action against India-centric terror, Rajdeep.
You see, absolutely right, Gaurav, but I think what Imran Khan is trying to do is take advantage of the atmosphere that has been created around Kartarpur Sahib by saying, look, we India and us, if we can build this bridge between the two Punjabs, then why can we not talk to each other? Why can we not have a dialogue? So I think he's trying to use the opportunity, or the government is trying to use the opportunity. Remember, Imran Khan is seen as someone at the end of the day who is the army's man. So nothing that he does or says is done without some element of backing of the Pakistani army. So in that context, we now have to test him out. I think India will have to put A, B, C, D conditions which will be necessary to be fulfilled for the Indian Prime Minister to accept this invitation. But the very fact that he has shown that he's actually invited Prime Minister Modi suggests that that Imran Khan believes that he can actually try and pull it off, that he can try and break the ice in some way, and the SARC is the perfect, in a sense, format within which you can do it, since it's not a direct bilateral meeting, but a multilateral one.
Okay, but Rajdeep, when you say the two Punjabs come together, it's only last week that terrorists had material which came from Pakistan and killed people in Punjab at the Amritsar shrine. So we had 3 deaths, Pakistani grenades used, and Chief Minister of Punjab, Captain Amrinder Singh, blamed Pakistan's ISI. So how will the two Punjabs come together when Pakistan sends drugs and weapons and terrorists into Punjab?
I think what it is that Navjot Singh Sidhu, as you've seen, has come to Pakistan. Harsimrat Kaur Badal and Hardeep Singh Puri are coming tomorrow. On the other hand, you've had the strong statements from Prime Minister Modi yesterday at a rally. You had the strong statements from Amrinder Singh, the Chief Minister of Punjab, drawing a red line, saying unless Pakistani army acts against terror, he would not accept an invite to come for Kartarpur Sahib's inauguration. So clearly there are conflicting voices, Gaurav, but somewhere among the conflicting voices, there seems to be an attempt being made to break the ice. So I think all the concerns that you voice are legitimate. They're all there on the table. But there is also a parallel process going on to try and build a dialogue.
Okay. and build a dialogue. You know why I'm coming back to you on this issue, Rajdeep, is because you were there in Lahore in 1999 when then Prime Minister Atal Bihari Vajpayee went there. And when we were reporting the story, Rajdeep, there was so much euphoria, a new dawn in India-Pakistan relations. Everyone said, ek naya Hindustan, ek naya Pakistan, ek nayi dosti, bas mein hogi dosti. And that was the same time, Rajdeep, when Pakistani army was intruding into the Kargil heights.
You're absolutely right. We've had many false dawns between India and Pakistan. I was here for the Lahore bus yatra almost 20 years ago. There was a euphoria, February 99, and it ended in the icy climes of Kargil. There is no guarantee that anything would change at the moment, but I think there is a genuine sense that Imran Khan wants to, while he has the goodwill of the Pakistani people, while he has the political capital, why not take a chance? It's much like what Mr. Modi, you referred to it, did in 2015, when he landed up almost uninvited to Nawaz Sharif. And you know what happened a month later? Pathankot happened.
Yes.
So clearly there are obviously, it's not an easy process, but do you take your chances or not? Do you create, I think the challenge is, rather than make this episodic, rather than make this a sudden announcement, can you lay the foundation of trust? You have to overcome the trust deficit, Gaurav, before I think we can really talk about taking the dialogue process forward. But I think SARC still remains a possible forum within which some issues, at least the ice can be broken, because it won't just be India, Pakistan, there'll be other leaders. Whether Mr. Modi will take a chance like that in an election year is a huge question.
Also because it's not just India that refused to go to SARC. Afghanistan, a victim of Pakistan state-sponsored terror, refused. Bangladesh, a victim of Pakistan state-sponsored terror, refused. This entire South Asian subcontinent is a victim of Pakistan state-sponsored terror. And Rajdeep, when you take a chance, or when India takes a chance, why should it not be based on Pakistan showing goodwill and taking action against terrorists like Hafiz Mohammed Saeed?
Gaurav, we can continue with that narrative, or we can try and build a new narrative.
Based on action taken by Pakistan?
Sure, but the narrative will have to, we have to now take this incrementally, step by step. Tomorrow, I think, is an important step forward in actually Pakistan committing to setting up the Kartarpur corridor. We don't know what will happen 6 months from now, a year from now. You've got to make it a step at a time. Let's not have any dramatic gestures. Let's not overplay it. Unlike in the past, we've tended to make these major events. I think it has to be low-key, step-by-step, incremental, test Pakistan on all the parameters we put in place, and then move forward.
Rajdeep Sardesai is in Lahore, and he will continue to get us the latest from the Kartarpur Sahib corridor. He will also join me on India First at 8:30 tonight. But for the moment, I also want to bring in our other guests. I have Group Captain Sultan Hali. He's an ex-fighter pilot from the Pakistan Air Force, a noted defense analyst from Pakistan. He joins me on the broadcast. Also with me is Jagbal Singh. He's the spokesperson of the Congress Party. With me on the broadcast, along with Major General Sivach. Group Captain Hali, Pakistan has invited Prime Minister Narendra Modi for the SARC summit. Now, last time India, Afghanistan and Bangladesh, everyone said no. All the victims of Pakistan state-sponsored terror said no. What has changed since last time, since Pakistan hasn't addressed terror that's either going into Afghanistan, India or Bangladesh, sir? Okay, I'll just take a moment and try and establish that link with Group Captain Sultan Hali. But I also want to bring in Jagbal Singh of the Congress. Now, Jagbal Singh ji, we heard Navjot Singh Sidhu. He's calling Imran Khan a farishta. Last week, we had 3 people killed at the Nirankari Sabha in Amritsar at the hands of Pakistan state-sponsored terror. Were they killed at the hand by the country that the Prime Minister is a farishta?
Let me tell you first of all, Navjot Singh calling him farishta in what sense he said that? I have not heard about that. Secondly, the issue is that the peace measures have to continue, the contact from people to people have to continue, and I would go further and explain what the Chief Minister of Punjab, Captain Amrinder Singh, has said yesterday. As far as Mr. Sidhu is concerned, he is going in his personal capacity as a friend of the Prime Minister of Pakistan, and he has given his statement, and Secondly, what the line is to be towed and what has to be done over there, that Captain Amrinder Singh has very clearly given his yesterday when he spoke at Kartarpur Sahib on the inauguration of that. So he's endorsed the step of democracy. He's welcomed this with the Prime Minister of Pakistan also and the Prime Minister of India also. But at the same time, he has given a word of caution, and he's very clearly pointed out in his speech and in his letter that he's not going, and it is because of he has addressed this to Mr. Bajwa.
And this is disappointing.
And there is a reason why he's addressed that.
India unfortunately does not speak in one voice. The Congress is speaking in multiple voices. The BJP is speaking in multiple voices. India speaks perhaps sadly like a divided house.
Captain Amrinder Singh has given his line. He's the Chief Minister of Punjab and he knows exactly what it's.
Yeah,
Navjot Sidhu, I'm telling you, he's gone in his personal capacity and he is gone as a friend. And anything which is going to contribute to the peace effort is welcome.
Pakistanis come and kill our people. You call him a farishta. Your leader calls him a farishta. Jan se Wach.
See, that my point is, Gaurav, one thing is very clear, that, you know, this conflicting views which you are given,
and he's addressed that issue to General Bajwa, and he's told him very clearly,
please remain quiet now for some time.
We are not going to take it lying down.
No,
why did he say so? As a statesman, he knows that the Pakistan thing is run by the army. So he is aware of that, and he is aware of the ground realities in Punjab. He is in touch with the ground realities in Punjab, and that's why he's given a word of caution, and that needs to be taken into account.
Sir, an entire generation in Punjab is being destroyed by drugs that come from Pakistan.
Absolutely correct, Gaurav. This is the basic issue which is there as far as Pakistani concerned. It has completely, devastated Punjab. It has been sending a hawala money. It has been sending drugs. And as far as one generation of Punjabi concerned, is completely ruined by Pakistan drugs which are been coming. The Pakistan is very cleverly playing this game.
Yes.
It has been isolated in South Asia as far as terrorism concerned. It is not only India, it is Bangladesh, it is Afghanistan which is victim of this terror of sponsored by Pakistan.
Yes.
They have isolated him. No one is interested in going south. He is making use of this Kartarpur Sahib corridor and now start trying to tell that the Prime Minister should visit in the SAARC. We must not jump the gun. We must be very alert and alive.
Absolutely.
Not to take any action on this until and Pakistan stop crossing those red lines. Stop those cross-border terrorism.
Let me
stop
once again
sending drugs in Pakistan, in Punjab. And also, the biggest problem is Nirankari, which they have killed just about a week back. Please understand, in 1978, in April, the start of militancy in Punjab was killing of Nirankaris, and that's the biggest, gamble and a threat which is there. So
Pakistan is trying in old tactics. It may or may not succeed.
Careful.
Yes,
and I want
to quickly bring in Group Captain Sultan Hali once again. And Group Captain Hali, India had only one condition: take action against the perpetrators of Pathankot terror attack and Mumbai terror attacks, and we will talk. Pakistan hasn't done that, and Pakistan still wants talks and SAARC resumption. Why, sir?
The answer is very simple, because all the evidence that you gave us was examined by our judiciary, and they did not find it worthy enough to condemn the people who were
I am sorry, sir, you are factually wrong. That evidence was never produced in a court of law, and that is factually stated by your lawyers. That evidence was not produced in a court of law.
Sultan, it was never presented in the court. What court we can do it only once you give. We have sent you the dossier, we have sent you a lot of evidence, and it was a hearsay of a lot of witnesses. But this evidence has never been produced to the court.
General Group Captain Hali, come back, sir. Please come back, sir.
Okay, what I was trying to tell you is that as many as 30 dossiers have been submitted by India, and they were, according to my information, which of course I gleaned only from the media, were that they were examined by our judiciary and they did not find the evidence strong enough to find these people guilty, the accused guilty of the crime.
Sir, if I may, and I present facts and not hearsay from media. I interviewed A.K. Dogar, who is Hafiz Mohammed Saeed's lawyer, who was present in court of law in Lahore, and he told me that all the information was brought to court but not placed on record. So unless the Pakistani government the public prosecutor places that evidence on record, it cannot be considered by the court. And I'm giving you direct information, sir.
And
that's point one. That's point one. Point two, sir, 7 judges have changed since 26/11 Mumbai terror attacks. So no one is even willing to hear the cases. Sir, the accused are producing children in jail. What kind of a jail would they have conjugal rights where they produce children? Where DG ISI, Lieutenant General Ahmad Shuja Pasha, went and visited Zakir Rahman Lakwi in prison. Sir, this is evidence in public domain. Unfortunately, not in Pakistani courts. Why should India take Pakistan seriously?
Well, if you're still talking to me, I would like to say that, first of all, you're talking about events that took place in the last decade when there were 2 different governments. Now we have a new government. Why don't you give it a try and approach them and send your dossiers again? Let your case be examined in the light of the new government and the new judiciary that we have.
Sir, you're buying time. India doesn't have any more time. Indians don't have any more time, sir. You have the dossiers. Let the new government examine on the basis of the same dossier, General Sivach.
See, this Sultan, that evidence is already there in Pakistan. Yeah, it is an overwhelming evidence which was presented by us. And you remember the prosecutor, he accepted it that the charge sheet has to be changed because nothing was put on the charge sheet where Zakir Rahman Rakwi and Hafiz Shaheed can be nailed. What happened is when he agreed, he was murdered. So therefore, the intention of the Pakistan are doubtful. Do they really want to go against Hafiz Saeed and Zakir Rahman Rakwi is a doubtful because they are not interested. They are mainstream in politics. So our concern is if Pakistan is interested in talk with India, then it should stop this cross-border terrorism and also take action against the perpetrators of Mumbai attack.
Okay,
they must
Group Captain Hali, is that possible? Your ISI officers came and visited the Pathankot Air Base. What happened once they went back? Why is it that nothing is known of investigations in Pakistan post their visit to Pathankot?
Well, Gaurav, I'm not certain whether ISI officers were part of the joint investigation team that visited India.
They were.
According to their own statements, they went to Pathankot, but they were never taken to the actual site. Instead, they were taken around here and there, and then they were brought back as if it was lip sympathy. So how do you expect them to find any credible evidence? They even asked for swabs of the accused who were supposed to be the masterminds or who were supposed to be, responsible for the attacks, but that was also refused. So what kind of
the mastermind is in Pakistan?
Sultan, I want to say, Group Captain Sultan, that India took a chance. India has given, in fact, the government took a chance and called the ISI officials and they have visited Pathankot, that site. My point is that it was a big gamble for India government.
And subsequently...
And yet we did it. And we presented all the evidence. But that evidence has gone in the wind. Nothing has been given to the court.
And
so
subsequently...
sincerity is not there. My point is, if Pakistan government is sincere, everything can move. But you are not sincere. The evidence which is produced by Indian government, that lies with you, you never produce it into the court.
And subsequently, General, let me get him to respond. Subsequently, the investigations were to be carried out in Pakistan.
Yeah.
The mastermind is in Pakistan. What investigations were carried out subsequently, sir? Group Captain Hali.
Yes, are you talking to me, please?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you see, if you're not satisfied with our courts, there are higher courts than the ones in Pakistan. Why don't you approach them? At the drop of a hat, you went for Kulbhushan Yadav to the International Court of Justice. Why don't you take this case also?
Sir, so this just shows, and Gopal Agrawal, this just shows Pakistan's sincerity or the lack of it when it comes to India-centric terror, and yet India has been engaging with Pakistan. Once again, there is an invitation from Pakistan for Prime Minister Narendra Modi to visit there for SAARC summit. Does the Narendra Modi government actually have a Pakistan policy? That the Prime Minister, of course, has said no. Sushma Swaraj, of course, also said no about visiting Pakistan for Kartarpur Sahib corridor. Prime Minister said no for SAARC. But 2 ministers have been sent for it. 2 ministers are going to Pakistan. So if we are not engaging with them till they address terror, why are 2 ministers going, sir? Gopal Agrawal.
No, the issue is that the international diplomacy cannot be static because there are two countries involved. You have to react to what the other country says, does, and there are global factors also involved into it. So if you say that there is no consistency, that cannot be like that we will have a static policy. It is that our basic policy is to identify Pakistan as a terrorist state. We have been working into it, and we have been a lot of time successful with regard to putting Pakistan on the dock with regard to its terrorist support policies at the international forums. Even many countries are now openly saying that Pakistan is a terrorist supporter country. It should be declared a terrorist.
But Pakistan is too shameless. It doesn't care.
So I think that
it doesn't care. A country that lives off arms, it doesn't care. You know, these appear to be half measures, Gopal Agrawal. These are half measures.
But it is a sovereign nation, and then you have to deal with that situation. The issue is that Pakistan doesn't care. It is not only saying it is actually not caring, but that is harming it in itself. So we have to work in a situation where there are multiple factors inside the Pakistan, ISI one side, army is there, elected government, and then there is another political factor, domestical also. And at this point of time we should be very careful, and Mr. Sidhu doing this kind of activities in itself is he should either have a mandate from the government to do this, talk this way, or go, whether he has discussed with the government about what he will do. So this is,
if you don't want him to go, you stop him.
Opposition is also part of the ruling dispensation.
Mr. Sidhu has gone as
okay, Jagpal Singh is responding to you. Jagpal Singh,
permissions from everyone.
We will not issue
where we have to take permission as a dictatorial party of BJP. Congress has a democratic process. And Mr. Sidhu has gone on a personal visit, and he's been invited by his friend. It is very clear.
The Pakistan is a difficult and a rogue nation.
So if Pakistan is a difficult nation, and if Pakistan is a rogue nation, why are two union ministers going to Pakistan?
This is not the way, and he is talking on issues which are related to the bilateral relations, which are related to India's defense policies, which are related to our relations with other countries. So these are not the platforms where he should talk. One thing, what Pakistan does or says, we cannot say he should not, Pakistan should not do this. We can only counter them through our own policies that we are doing. The third important factor is our domestic security, internal controlling of internal security with regard to terrorism, other things. That also the government is doing. We should all understand.
Jen Sivach, is this indicative of the fact that the government is only very reactive? From what Gopal Agrawal says, the government is only reacting. Pakistan is taking all the initiatives.
No doubt about it. See, as far as the government is concerned, they must be very careful. All the moves which are being now done by Naya Pakistan, new government, they are very clever moves. Remember that now once they invited on Kartarpur Sahib, once the goodwill is built, they are now trying to sabotage it by calling it a prime minister in SARC. When they were isolated in South Asia and world over, that they are the perpetrators of the terrorism in the world, hub center of terrorists, and they are the ones which are sending terrorists in Afghanistan, as well as Lashkar-e-Toba, Jaish-e-Mohammed in India, and also Bangladesh is victim. Now they are to wriggle out of it, and they are finding this opportunity that once they give this.
Are you disappointed? You know, Congress is speaking in multiple voices. 100%. The BJP is speaking in multiple voices.
They must not speak on a party line. There should be a national issue.
Congress is speaking.
Jagpal Singh, you know your party is speaking in multiple voices. Your chief minister says ISI is killing our people.
We are not speaking in multiple voices.
And
speaking
differently.
Private visit, you don't need to take permission from anyone.
No,
you don't have to take permission from anyone.
What kind of a farishta?
He's gone on a personal
visit. Is Imran Khan a farishta? Is Imran Khan a farishta?
No, therefore, we are not talking of
understand religion and politics should not be mixed. And Mr. Sidhu has been on a... It is not religion and politics is different, right? And over here, if he has mentioned that, in what context he said that, he would be able to answer better than me.
No, because who should the people believe in Punjab? Should they believe Navjot Singh Sidhu, who says Imran Khan is a farishta? Or should they believe Captain Amrinder Singh when Captain Amrinder Singh tells Qamar Javed Bajwa कि हम भी पंजाबी हैं, don't take us lightly, we will sort you out, we have a bigger army. Don't spread terror in our country.
What Captain Amrinder Singh has said, he is representing the state, he is the Chief Minister of the state and he is aware of the ground realities. And we stand by Captain Amrinder Singh and the party also stands by Captain Amrinder Singh that what line he has taken, and he's been very categorical on saying that he's sent a word of caution to the government of India also that what is happening, the army over there is addressed this whole issue
statement in support of Pakistan.
Thanks for watching the video. For more such news and updates, please like, share and subscribe to India Today. Also check out our other great videos from our channel. We know you would love to.